I was in California and it was hot and it was terrible weather-wise. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a really fucking great time. Not California. I survived. I went to California and I survived, and I didn't see a No Kings riot, and I managed to avoid a shooting that Moonshine was present for. Did I go with Bagman? He just came back from vacation. I did not go with him, but I did meet up with Bagman. I did see him, and he was helpful on our quest for grog. She went into the den of evil and lived. It's because I had so many buff, muscular, bald men protecting me from the California. Was the Moon Man defending a shop from the riots? No, on the 4th of July, there was a shooting in San Diego that happened to be where Moonshine was watching fireworks from.
I was called last night. Yeah. Just got last night, yeah. What was your like? Fuck.
How's your time in San Diego been?
Great, bro. I love it. It's GTA in real life.
Yeah. It is GTA in real life.
Hi.
Moonwife!
Hey there.
Oh, hi. I love it here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all the fucking police cars, bro. Moon woman. Is this no Spanish? I think you could probably count the amount of moderators I have that don't know Spanish on one hand.
It for the tacos.
That's a lot of cop cars. Man's wearing a poncho. How are you gonna wear a poncho in California? It's so fucking hot, dude.
Right?
Oh, a little takeaway place.
Go get a burrito.
Giant burrito. I didn't notice that Trash Taste guy had like puka shell earrings. This was like the view from one of the windows in my hotel room. And I was like, man, that's crazy. We could literally just watch people out on that deck of that other commie block building. That's kind of nuts. They could just be going out there living their lives and we can people watch them. The view wasn't too terrible, right? There's the commie block building down in front. But when you zoom in, look at that, man. Look at all that landscape. Look at all those buildings, rooftop fog. So yeah, I was high up, man. The view from there looks like it hasn't changed since 1980. It does. It does look like I just teleported to the 1980s and stayed in a hotel in the 1980s. Very, very weird, mind you. They were also doing construction. They were also doing construction outside, so we had like a giant crane. And this building that I can only imagine gives people vertigo because it looks like a fucking mirror. I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but I don't like it. I picked a hotel that was like really close to the Anime Expo Convention Center just so it would be easy to get around. Little did I know when I was booking that this was a 5-star hotel that people typically pay almost $500 a night to stay in. I was like, God damn, I am living an accidental high life here. I showed my dad the hotel. Let me see what he said because it was really funny. Oh, he said, that's crazy how it looks so outdated. I mean, they probably haven't changed the decor in decades, to be fair. You might agree with my father that it looks very outdated. that it looks like it could have just been portaled from the 1980s, much like the outside view. Secret camera behind the TV. I hope not. Let's see. What else do I have for the room pictures? Like you guys suspected, it is a long but thin room. And for some reason, the side of the bed has a full-length floor to, like, whatever this part of the ceiling is mirror. I guess if people really want to see themselves fucking. And then it has a frosted glass window here. And obviously there's like reflection here, but you can see there's a handle here. And as I was taking this picture, I was like, wait a minute, does that wall open? And the answer is, unfortunately, yes, that wall does indeed open. And you can see directly into the fucking shower. So I guess if you're a rich person who likes hiring prostitutes, you can tell the prostitute to go shower while you lay on the bed jerking your dick to them showering before they come and sit on you. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on, man? It's the goon room. It's the goon room, and you have the cuck couch in the corner. So, you know, the main guy will be jerking it on the bed, and the cuck can just watch the whole show from the couch. Imagine. There's that one. There's the... Okay, so this is the view from inside the bathroom. So when you have the bathroom door open and you're about to get in the shower to put on a show, this is your view. This is what you see minutes before disaster. And this is the door to the toilet. So the door to the toilet is also frosted glass. So you can't see inside the toilet. It just reflects back like the vanity and everything. So the shower is clear see-through glass, but the toilet had the frosted un-see-through glass. And then when you open the frosted glass, I hated this toilet. I don't go on vacation without my butt wipies, all right? I need the wipies, chat. You can't go back to regular toilet paper after you use the butt wipies, okay? But the toilet is like a weird square. This was the largest toilet I've ever sat on. I was terrified of falling in this toilet, especially when I, like, got up in the middle of the night to pee. Because the hole for the toilet was so fucking large. And, like, I got a big ass from years of rollerblading, right? I got a tushy, as it were. But this toilet was so fucking large, I was like, I am going to fall in. My ass is going to get suctioned into the hole, and I am going to touch the toilet water. I was terrified. I don't know why it's so fucking big. I had a really hard time seeing my hair in the vanity, because, like, my hair is very white and light. And the light in here just made everything, like, super fucking faded out. So whenever I went to put product in my hair, I was like, I can't tell if I put enough in or not. My hotel was so weird. It had its own boxed water. Of course, I went to round 1 while I was out in California. And as is tradition, I won a fuck ton of things. Yeah, I felt like I absolutely had to get the Wonderland Miku, because I am a sucker for Disney-themed things. I wouldn't call myself a Disney adult, but I do still like some Disney stuff. And then, I mean, she's sitting on a cherry, chat. Like, there's no way I couldn't get this one, right? I had some friends at the convention actually find Sakura Miko figures for me, because I was like, that's my one goal at Anime Expo, is I need to find Sakura Miko merch. And I even went to Artist Alley, and they had so many HoloLive people on, like, keychains and prints and stickers, but no fucking Miko! I was like, are you kidding me? Am I, like, the only one that waifus this fucking cute bitch? What the fuck? Why does she have nothing in the Artist Alley? Miko's the #1 watched VTuber. How is there no merch? That's what I'm saying! I don't know if she's #1 most watched, but I know she's fucking popular, man. I know she's fucking huge. Maybe she's just, like, more popular in JP, so over in the States it's harder to find merch of her? I don't know. She's not too popular in NA? Well, she fucking should be! She makes all the cute retard noises. Oh, okay. So after round 1, these are just random fucking people. After round 1, a bunch of us went to a pizza place. And just, like, you know, I love trying, like, local joints whenever I go somewhere. The buy local, support local is ingrained in my New Englander blood. So I always want to go to, like, local joints and try, like, local food. And so we went to this one random pizza place, and they had a very small menu, as you would expect from a local place. And we got some delicious fucking cheese sticks. They were amazing. And we also got a pizza. And we didn't realize how many onions were on this pizza. Because I really wanted it, because I was like, oh my god, it's a white sauce garlic pizza with extra garlic. You can see all the, like, little fucking sliced garlic here with extra garlic on it, grilled chicken, I think it had chives, and then it had white onions, red onions, and green onions. So we thought it only had red onions on it, but it had all 3 types of onions. So when the pizza came out, I was like, God damn, do I want some pizza with my fucking onions? Holy shit. Like it was just like an onion overload in your mouth. Yeah, my breath was kicking afterwards. All of the garlic, 3 different types of onions, man. Like it was good pizza though. So the rest of this shit, I don't know if you can like see the names here because I don't remember the names, but apparently there was like some sort of fishing club that was having a like meet and greet at the pizza place when we decided to go. So there were a whole bunch of like middle-aged men talking incredibly excitedly about their last fishing trip and the size of the fish that they caught. And some of them had like little dioramas and shit of like their favorite fish. And so they would bring out like a little diorama with like a giant like bluefin tuna on it. And it would have like a really pretty colored background. And he'd be like, this is to remind me of the time that I caught this 48-pound bluefin tuna. It was my favorite tuna. And you know, it almost pulled us overboard at one point. It took 3 fucking guys to pull this bitch aboard. And so, like, we're just sitting here eating this, like, onioned out of our minds pizza, listening to all these fucking fish stories from people we don't even know. And, like, a couple of the guys turned around and, like, tried to talk to us as well. And one of them was like, oh, do you guys fish too? And all of us are like, no, we're just here for the pizza. You love listening to nerds of any stripe? Yeah, it was so fucking cute. I was like hella engaged, man. Here's one of the dioramas, and it's got like a number on it, and it's got like a little definition thing here. It's got like his whole story thing here, and there's like a little seahorse, a seahorse-shaped fishing hook, which is I guess the fishing hook he used to catch whatever fish he was fucking talking about. Like that's fucking crazy, man. I just like they're taking their fishing hobby. Like look how happy they look. Look how fucking happy they are. I loved this. Look at him. He's so fucking proud. He is. I'm going through the pics. You thought they were doing karaoke here, and this guy won a shoebox for singing good. Oh my God. And they say white people have no culture. True. I didn't even notice that every single man here talking about his fish was white. I didn't even notice. That guy's wearing a Rammstein t-shirt. You like listening to old people and their accomplishments, even if we don't do the same things and they wouldn't exactly understand what you do. You find that relatable, you know? Being passionate about something is pretty endearing. Yeah, it isn't. I love listening to people talk about shit that they're like autistically in love with, you know? It's like, I have no idea what the fuck you're saying, but you're excited, and that makes me excited. There was one guy that turned around to us and asked us something, but neither of us heard what he said. And then like when he came back and sat down, he was like, yeah, I noticed you guys looking. And we're all like, is he propositioning us? Did we just meet a swinger? What's happening? Nothing crazy story-wise here. No happy old men sharing stories of fish. Just nice nighttime photos. And I really like how in pictures the lights do this like kind of weird strobe effect thing. Apparently that's just how some people see lights at night. I'm glad I'm not one of those people. Because I like seeing the lights normally in person and then all funny in pictures. I don't know if this is the same street or not, but it looks cool. It looks like I'm about to do some sort of cyberpunk mission in Grand Theft Auto. Living in California for a week was like living in Grand Theft Auto, I will say. I think this is the outside of the Conrad. Yeah. This is the outside of the Conrad, and I never really explored the lower floors. But I think this one was like the observation deck, and there was like a real Atomic Heart building across the street. And this kind of looks like a fucking, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Imposing. It's like an imposing Gotham City building. So this was the building across the street. And as soon as I saw it, I was just like, damn, that was literally ported out of Atomic Heart. This is communist architecture, and you can't convince me otherwise. And if you zoom in and you look real close, If you zoom in and you look real close, it says Walt Disney on the fucking side panel. So this is some sort of fucking weird ass Disney building. This does not invoke imagery of Disney, of happy little singing woodland critters and pretty ladies fighting against the forces of evil. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I got some pictures from Anime Expo. I went out to the food trucks at one point and I really liked this van. I tried the fluff ice. I wasn't a big fan. The texture was a little weird for me. The flavor was good. It tasted good, but the texture, I wasn't a fan of. It reminded me of doing the ice cream levels in Cook Serve Delicious, though. I was like, hey, this is that weird, like, Thai ice cream that I make in Cook Serve Delicious. It's very shaven, and sometimes they put, like, boba next to it. These were the fucking figures I wanted to buy. The fucking Good Smile booth. I just, like, it doesn't say that they're not for sale. Why could I not buy these? I was so upset. When are they coming out? When can I get my figures? I saw this fucking thing and I got so excited. Holy shit, look at him. Look at this large thing. I don't know who this was. I don't know if this was a random person attending the con or if they were like an employee at a booth somewhere. But look at him. He's so chunky. Like, I kind of wanted to, like, knock him over and then pick him up over my head like I'm a cartoon and then carry him out of the convention hall. Did I hug it? Of course I hugged it. Of course I fucking hugged it. And look at his visage. Look at his daunting face. Does this look like the face of Marcy to you? In the artist alley, I wanted to take pictures if I saw merch of like a Pippa or myself. I didn't go through the entire artist alley, so I probably missed some. But I saw this one. I didn't get a good enough picture for you to be able to read the sticky note on Pippa's head, unfortunately. I had the box. I had the Gamer Supps box here, premium energy. Kind of fucking crazy. It looks nuts. Like I said, I just kept going back and being like, can I get more of that shit, man? Can I get more of that good shit? All right, you know, like just you know, if you got the goods, I got the money, bro. This was a different booth, and this person had a really cute fucking art style. I really like all the peekers, but they had some Saba stuff, and they also had Peepa. I'm surprised to see Sakuna stickers. I'm gonna be real with you. I really liked at Anime Expo how there were like, I don't know if they're paintings or if they were like papers that got stuck to the stairs, but I liked how they had designs on the stairs. I liked how they had the designs on the stairs. It was cute. Oh, we also found the giraffe from Toys R Us. He found new employment after Toys R Us went bankrupt. I can't believe someone actually kept one of these fucking costumes. I lost my mind. Yeah, Jeffrey was here, the giraffe, not the school shooter. I wish I had seen someone in a Jeffrey cosplay, man. Nice that he's still getting work. Yeah, I know. I'm so glad that someone, when they like left when Toys R Us went bankrupt, that someone kept this costume. I'm so happy. The other staircase image, very cute and goofy. You just ordered the 12-pack. You have high hopes. I am sincerely not overselling it. I drank so many of those fucking Gamer Sup cans on my vacation. It is insane. It is actually insane. I know they're not using Safe Space the way that we use Safe Space, but I thought it was funny nonetheless. Hi, I'm Chikara. You found a safe space, so please let my friends know how we can help. It's just goofy. It's just goofy. Drink those things like water. Oh, I fucking did. It was, I don't know what the fuck this is. I have no idea what anime these things are from. Or maybe they're from a gacha game. I have no idea. But I was like, that's super cute that they have all these like little blow up bouncy figures all on the outside. That's super fucking cute. I like that. There was also an Azure Lane booth set up. By the time I got to the Azure Lane booth, they were sold out of almost all of the Azure Lane merch. So I just got to see the cute cosplay ladies. There's America's ass. Thank you, New Jersey. So I guess they just had a bunch of cosplayers dressed up as the boat women that you could take pictures in their wedding attire, should you desire. Look how pretty it is. Look how pretty, chat. That's America's ass, true. Kirsche wanted the real-life boat women. Yeah, look at how fucking muscular this woman's legs are. Look at that. Fucking look at that leg, bro. Look at that leg. She's fucking nuts. It was a really pretty booth. It was insanely pretty. No, Bosh. No. Did I marry America? Of course I married America. I love America's ass. There was this cool building that had like fucking Final Fantasy posters all over it. And I was like, God damn. That's kind of nuts. I think that says like Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy. I didn't even know they were having some kind of collab. But like I've never seen like giant full building billboards like this before. So we went to a really nice Italian restaurant. It looked kind of weird on the inside, but it was still pretty cute. It was so fancy that they served your bread on the table. Like they just came by with a plate that had bread on it, and then they slide the bread off the plate onto your table. And I'm like, oh okay. I guess. An upscale Italian restaurant. Did they have good cannolis? They had amazing, I didn't have a cannoli. I had, I don't know what they're called. The like long donuts that are filled with cream. And I couldn't stop talking about how cute this butter dish is. So I was like, this butter dish is so fucking cute. I love this butter dish. It looks like a fucking chapstick container that you would have to pay like $35 for. Like you could just like rub your finger on it and then rub the chapstick on your lips. Like I was just going nuts with how like cute this butter dish was. And I made the joke that like, oh, you know, if my mom was at a restaurant, she'd probably just steal it, you know? She'd probably just put it in her purse. She's done that before with like silverware and cups before. So I wouldn't put it past her to steal this butter dish. Bagman. Bagman was at this restaurant with me. And after we finished eating our delicious food, we walked outside and our other friends were like, hey, we're gonna go to the car really quick and we're gonna put our leftovers in there. And I was like, oh, okay, you can put my leftovers in there too, please. And this was the 2-day-old car trunk pizza that I ended up eating, by the way, chat. You'll see it in a minute. But the other guys go to the car and they put all the leftover food in there. And while they're like going to the car, Bagman just materializes a napkin from his cargo shorts pocket. And I was like, Bagman, why do you have the restaurant napkin with you? And he opens it and he shows the butter dish. And I was like, Bagman! Bagman, you can't just take butter dishes! Bagman! So now I have this butter dish. He was like, it's a gift for you. Oh my god. So Bagman legally purchased me a cute butter dish. Oh my god. Look at how fucking delicious this is, dude. Look at this. Look at this. This is an entire plate of chicken parm. Like there's not even any pasta here. It's just an entire chicken breast covered in cheese and sauce and delightfully it was so fucking good. It was so fucking good, dude. You can't taste it through the screen. Like 10 out of 10, I would eat this again, but I definitely don't want to pay the price that it was. This was the pizza that we had leftover slices, and our friends left it in the trunk of my rental car. And I didn't realize that they left it in the trunk of the rental car until 2 days later. And so when I brought it up to my hotel room, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat a slice of this, actually. Damn, why this pizza funky? Look, I didn't get sick, chat. I didn't get sick eating the 2-day-old car trunk pizza. Maybe because the car was like in underground valet parking instead of in the hot sun, you know? And Kira's tummy is the weakest and the strongest simultaneously. If it was well salted and was getting reheated often in the trunk, then it's good. You're just happy I didn't literally die from food poisoning. For the love of God, never do that again. I think somebody sent me a clip of like Pippa mentioning it on her stream, and she was like, Kirsche, don't don't eat 2-day-old left-out pizza. I was like, what, you can't lecture me on eating weird food, Pippa. These were the desserts that I got. I don't know what they're called, but they were really, really good. They were super fucking soft and creamy. And like that little dollop of that white shit on the blueberry one. Oh God, it was so good. This was the Intercontinental. Apparently the Intercontinental is like the content creator hotel. Like if you're a content creator, you just stay at the Intercontinental. I broke the mold on accident. I stayed at the Conrad instead. Fuck you, buddy. But when we went up to the observation deck here to watch the fireworks on the 4th of July, there were a lot of fucking people there. Like, there were the Vishoho people there. There were fucking the Trash Taste people there. Sakana was there. There was a lot of fucking people. But yeah, I thought the Intercontinental looked really fucking cool. I thought it was really fucking cool. I liked the Conrad better. I want to know what this thing is. This like thing that looks like a Japanese shrine made of glass on top of this other building. Because I don't think this is part of the Intercontinental. I think that's a building next to it, maybe. Maybe possibly. But also the elevator in the Intercontinental, no idea how it fucking works. So like you get into the elevator and it has like a large TV screen on it, but there's nowhere to like push buttons. Like they don't have any buttons in the elevator. So like Moonman at first said he was gonna come down and like bring me and my friends up in the elevator, but we were like, oh, the elevator's open, let's just get on. And we got on the elevator with like this old Chinese couple, not Sakana, and like none of us knew how to work the elevator. So it went up to like the 30-somethingth floor and then back down to the 11th and then back up to like the 40-somethingth floor. And all of us are like, how do we work the elevator? And like every time it went to a floor, like the doors didn't even open. It just stopped there. So we're like, are people even telling the elevator to come to these floors? Because like, why are the doors not opening? Does it just kind of move around autonomously when no one is calling it? Like what? I've never been on an elevator that did that. And then eventually it just went up to the 70th floor and I was like, okay, all right. I think I understand now. And I thought this was a really cool picture from the observation deck of the Intercontinental. You have a little building down here that Bagman said had the sus Among Us guy on it, and I hated him for saying that. But it also had these like really, really tall light pillars in the background. I have no idea what the fuck these are coming from, but they reminded me of the light pillars on Milsha in Xenosaga. I love that game. My favorite thing about looking out over the city from the Intercontinental was that you were so high, you're above the layer of city smog. So when you look out at the cityscape, you can literally see the cloud of smog hanging above the entire city. And I thought that was fucking crazy. It was not fireworks smoke, Bagman. You're coping. You're coping about breathing in all of the smog particles. We China now. I thought this shot would be really fucking cool of like Bagman walking down like a dark street dimly lit with like these old timey fucking lamp posts with all of the giant buildings around. But our friend decided to walk like a fucking retard for some reason. So I was just like, I wanted to take a cool picture of you guys, but for some reason you just broke into like a weird fucking stride. Nice gams, Bagman. It was a livesy walk. He walked like an Egyptian. Probably started to funk walk down the sidewalk. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but I was like, thanks, Goober. You ruined my picture. This should just give you an idea of the area that this Airbnb was in. So it's hard to see. It's hard to see. And before we look at the main attraction, there's a wall here on this house that is entirely made of cardboard. This is just like, I don't know what happened to their wall. I think this might be a fucking sale sign. I don't remember. But this outer wall, they just stacked fucking cardboard all over it. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on anymore. And then this house that we stopped in front of, It's got a Mad Max looking ass fucking door. It's like literally just made out of sword blades tied together. Like someone just welded this shit and they were like, yeah, this will be my front gate. Fuck them. And then, much like that other house that has a wall of cardboard, the top floor wall of this house is just fucking missing. There's no wall here. This is just their home, covered with a tarp and a white picket fence to prevent them from falling off for some reason. This is a Mad Max house. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. The fence on top is kind of, yeah, that's 1,000% normal neighborhood in LA. You hope they got a good deal on this. I'm sure this was only like $600,000, you know? Pretty cheap if you ask me. You shall not pass unless you impale your gizzard on my swords. Who runs Buddha Town? Your friend saw this and said, this is fine. Yeah, right? I was just like, what the fuck? And like, you can't see it in the picture, but in person, you could like see into the house since there's no wall here. And you could see like the desk and the chairs they had set up and there was like a bed in the back and it's like, what? Brother, what the fuck? How do you live like this? It was such a bad neighborhood that someone who grew up living with my mom, me, was like, yo, I don't think I want to be here. Yeah, right? So I hung out a bunch with my Mythic manager. And I got to meet a bunch of the other Mythic guys, and we hung out and we did a bunch of stuff. And I don't play League of Legends. I watch them play League of Legends a bit. And then they were like, do you want to go to a rave at midnight? And I was like, sure. I'm not really the raving type, but sure, you know, if anything, it'll at least be an interesting story to tell. No, don't do it. And so he was like, all right, well, it's like 7 p.m. now, and it doesn't start until midnight, and we still don't have the location that it's at. So I guess I'll let you know when I get texted the location. And I'm explaining this to my mods, and they're just like, yeah, that's typically how like raves start, right? Like, you know, you want the time and the location of the rave, or you want the location of the rave like as close to the time it starts as possible, so there's less chance of like it getting shut down. So when we did finally get a location, I was sent like these images from Google Maps. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? So I'm looking at these images on Google Maps, and I'm like, man, I am really not the rave type. And, you know, I don't know how I feel about going to this place. That sounds about right. No. Holy fuck, no. Yeah, that's bad. What a hospital-looking establishment. You know, these were just like the Google Map images when we looked up the location we were given. And like, it's the correct alley, but none of these are the correct building for where we went. So it's just like, oh my fuck, dude. And this is what it looks like at night. There was just streets and streets of like homeless encampments. And I was like, is our car gonna get broken into? Are they gonna try to steal my soccer amico? You wouldn't say that, just that it's typical. Oh my god. Homeless rave. It's very normal, there's nothing to worry about, are two very different sentences. Do I remember the ones in the late 90s where a bunch of people got bad X? So we were there at one of those raves, never touched anything anyone you didn't know brought after that. Yeah, I just stuck with my friends the whole time I was there, because I was like, look, big burly men, they make me feel safe. Nobody's gonna drug me when I have giant bald men at my sides, you know? They'd only break into the car for the trunk pizza. True, the trunk pizza was in there. Keep yourself safe for more content. We did not eat. That's true. Binary Mind did not encourage me. They just gave me information. They gave information. Army of bagmen. You've been to a rave like this and there's something to worry about? Glad you had bodyguards? Yeah, if I was by myself, I absolutely would not have gone. Why did you go there, especially after Googling the area? For the content. And You know, I got some back alley pictures of just like waiting to get in. I was like, I can't decide if I'm having more vibes of like that one guy who set up a stream of his back alley so we could watch bum fights until he got shut down. Or if I'm thinking about the gay nightclub that happened where it was like a midnight rave somewhere in like, I believe it was LA, but I know it was in California for a fact. I just don't remember if it was LA or somewhere else. And then the warehouse burned down and killed a lot of people, and that was where all the like right-wing safety squad memes came from. I was like, are we gonna get into this building? And since it's like unattended and like, you know, people shouldn't be here, like, are we gonna catch on fire? Am I gonna burn to death tonight? Like, this is where my brain went. Look at how beautiful this alleyway is. Definitely not terrifying and weird at all. It's definitely fine. Definitely totally fine, man. So the way to get in was like people in front of us, they were only letting 5 people into the waiting zone at a time. So like after you were in line, 5 people at a time would get to go behind like the gate and get checked in. And everyone in front of me was like showing QR codes to get in. And I was like, I don't have a fucking QR code. We didn't get fucking QR codes, man. And so I didn't know what to do. And so I brought up my like DM conversation with my mythic guy on Discord, and I was like, hey, I was given like this location and like these guys are with me and I don't know. And they were like, yeah, you're fine, go in. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, that's all okay. I was like, sure, why not? But then like the inside of the venue was really fucking cramped, man. Like it was a tiny long box of a room, and we made it to the back. And I'll tell you guys what this like shiny thing, I pointed at my monitor like a fucking retard. I'll tell you guys what the shiny thing over here is in a bit. But we made our way in and we went to like the way back. The back has the bar and like the DJ is behind where I took this picture. And we sat down on like a bench near like a selfie thing that people were using to take pictures in here. And like I turned to my friend and I was like, there's only one door in and out of this place. Like the door we just came from, and we just made our way to the back of the building, and there's no other doors. If this place catches on fire, like everyone in here is fucked. Like that's the only thing I could think of. The only thing I could think of was the entire place like fucking catching on fire and all of us dying. So it was like, no, I could not relax, man. There was like anime stuff playing on the big monitor thing while everybody was dancing. I don't know. I was like, I recognize some of these memes from like a decade ago. All the ladies serving drinks, they had like pasties on their tits instead of clothing. I was like, oh, this checks out. I don't have a picture of it because I didn't want to take pictures like of people as much as I could avoid it. But there was one chick here who was wearing nothing but like a thong and cotton balls pasted all over her body. I guess to make it look like, you know, the bubble bath censorship that anime does. And I was like, if you come to a raid and you purposefully like wear, I said raid like an MMO gamer. If you go to a rave and you purposefully wear something with like your ass hanging out like that, do you have like a public groping fetish? Because there's no way people aren't even just like accidentally touching you as you squeeze through the crowd, right? So like I feel like you have to have some sort of public groping fetish if you wear something like that, right? Like you have to. There's no way. It is a I mean, technically it was a raid. PvP wasn't enabled though. Can take the gamer to a raid, but can't take the raid out of the gamer. It's now a raid. Where are the tanks and healers? Just an exhibitionist fetish? I'm not saying they're asking to get groped, right? Like I'm not saying that, but it's just like I'm trying to put my mind in wearing something where like I am squished up against people. My ass is going to be rubbing on them with like no fabric in between. My tits are going to be rubbing on them with no fabric in between. Not even because I'm trying to rub on them, but because like you can't move without rubbing against people in these places, right? So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like if I were to wear that, it's because like I want to feel that from other people, right? Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just fucking crazy, but like that was my thought process, like watching the several of these women wearing those, like, there is no clothing there. So that glowy thing that you guys saw that I said I would talk about later, and I have a couple of pictures of what's going on there. This is a tattoo booth. So inside the impromptu midnight rave that is very clearly not up to fire code standards, there was a tattoo booth where you could get a tattoo at this rave if you so desire. You know, very sanitary. And there's a guy on the table there, and I was sitting next to his friend, and his friend was like, I've lived with this guy since we were in college. He's getting a tattoo of his cat. And I was like, oh, a nice cat. Yeah, you trust that standard rave thing. I tried my best to get a close look at the tattoo table, but people were really interested in the tattoos. So it was very hard. It was very difficult. There's another angle of the tattoo table. Look, it's set up like a Claire's booth, you know? Look, Claire's booth. It's probably as sanitary as getting a tattoo at Claire's. Actually, I don't think Claire's tattooed you. I think they just gave you piercings. Like, look how fucking packed this place got real quick, dude. Look how fucking packed. So this was just like a quick scope of the joint before it got super full. I was just like, man, this seems lame. I don't know. I feel like it would be fun if you like going to parties like this, but I am just like not a party person, man. I just kept thinking about how I could be burned alive. Like, look at how many people are here, man. It's fucking massive. You would be against the wall thinking about how you want to go home. Like, in the middle of all of this, I literally said to my mods, I was like, I feel like I'm that meme. You know, where the guy's standing in the corner and they're just like, my feet hurts. This drink is warm. I want to go home and play video games. They don't know I'm an anime fox woman with 100,000 subs on YouTube. Oh, brother. I'll have to bring it up when I bring up the pool pictures, but there was like some content creator thing for YouTube going on at my hotel when we went up to the pool. And I was like, what is this like creator caucus for the YouTubers? Do you think I could go up to them and be like, hey, I have 100,000 subs. You should let me into your creator thing. They don't know I just ate 2-day-old shrunk pizza. Yeah, exactly. This guy was jamming the fuck out. Holy shit. I wanted to get a really good video of him when he was doing it earlier. I like watching these people. I like watching the glow stick people. It tickles my autism in the happy way. And then he just kind of flails away. I was like so starstruck by the quality of the restaurant. Like, this is a place that I would never be able to afford to eat by myself. And I got some nice filet mignon, and it came with like a garlic, a horseradish butter dip for it. It was nuts. You can see some remnants of like other stuff we ate on the table. There's like, this is I think the regular mac and cheese, but there was also like lobster mac and cheese. We had some nuts bread. There was, oh God, there was, I think it's tuna tartare, where it's like chunks of raw tuna with roe on top, and it was wrapped in like a palm leaf, and then you got like little crackers to put it on. It was so fucking good. It was so, I didn't pay for this. I was thankfully invited as a guest, and it was a really fucking fun time. It was so fucking good. Can't afford Fox. No, like, I do not want to imagine what the final bill was at this place. And I say that because, let me bring up another picture that's like disjointed here. So you see this like plate here on the side. This specifically was for our Wagyu that we got as an appetizer. So they brought out these giant black dishes that matched this little black dish on the side. And in that black dish, it was covered in like salt and peppercorns. And in the middle of the salt and peppercorns was a large obsidian stone that was hot as fuck. And so when they brought out the sliced Wagyu, we put the Wagyu on the hot obsidian stones with these like little tweezer thingies and cooked the Wagyu on a hot stone. And it cooked fast as, like, I feel like if you put your hand on that, your skin would have melted off. Like, it was crazy. You're too poor to appreciate the richness. Yeah, that's why I did not take as many pictures as I should have, because this dinner was amazing. It was so much fucking fun. But at one point, they did ask a guy to go out and try and find grog for us. And he did get up from the table and go to try find grog. And people at the table were even betting on whether he'd be able to find it or not, because and I learned this myself, that shit sells out real fucking quick. Thin Wagyu on super hot stone, yeah, that'll cook super quick. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. And like I tried to pace myself on how much Wagyu I was eating, because apparently the fat content in Wagyu is so high that if you eat too much of it, you will just get incredibly fucking sick. Like, your body will not be able to process it. So as good as the Wagyu was, I was like, all right, let's fucking taper, okay? But the guy left to go find grog for all of us. And then like 5 minutes after he left, his food came out. And he had ordered a fucking surf and turf. So he just has the fucking steak and a lobster tail here. And they're lighting his butter, and all of us are like, oh no, like he's not gonna be here, you don't have to light that yet. And so his butter has just been like cooking the whole time he's gone. Guys, grog is Max Mofo and anything for views. Yeah, it's Max and Chad's. I'm just gonna call it a beer. Apparently it's Japanese. It's made by 2 Australian guys, and it's made in the USA, but apparently it's Japanese soda somehow. Like, I don't fucking... But anyways, this guy, he wasn't able to find any of the grog, so we had to go grogless for the night, unfortunately. And, vodka seltzer, you believe? I don't know what it is, but... The day after this amazing fucking surreal-ass dinner with all of these great fucking people, I decided to go on a quest myself for grog. And we drove around to a whole bunch of stores. Bro, it must have been like... between going to and calling, it must have been like 10 or so stores, dude. It was fucking crazy. We could not find this shit. And when I started calling places, like there was one lady where I was like, hi, I was wondering if you have grog in stock. And she was like, grog? I'm like, yeah, that's like the name of the product. She's like, oh, okay, do you know what it is? And I was like, I think it's like an alcoholic beer. And she's like, okay, can you describe what it is? And I was like, I don't know how to describe it any better than that. It's fruity, I think. And she's like, okay. And she like puts me on hold. She leaves and she comes back and she's like, is it Japanese soda? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, it literally is just called grog and it's like in bubble letters. And I was like, yeah, that's it. She's like, yeah, it's Japanese soda. And I was like, what the fuck? Why did 2 Australian men set up an alcohol distribution made in the USA and then call it Japanese soda? What the fuck? What the fuck am I saying? But we finally managed, that one lady who I had an autistic conversation with, we managed to get 1 case of grog. It was the last one they had left. And I was like, Bagman, pose with my grog. Pose with our winnings. Australia does a little trolling. There's a lot of Asians in Australia, to be fair. I thought those were Chinese. The gay grog. He looks so happy. I mean, you have to be happy after all the hunting we did to fucking find this shit, man. After all the hunting we did. And then during my birthday stream, the other friends that I was with, they continued the quest. They got me multiple packs of grog. So when I got off my birthday stream, I was like, fuck yeah, brother. Let's fucking go. And we brought all of the grog to Moonshine's place, and it was wonderful. I actually drank a grog before getting on stream today. This shit tastes amazing. I don't know what it's supposed to be, if it's a beer or if it's a liquor or if it's what, but it's 6% alcohol by volume. Is that a lot for 12 ounces? I don't know. But what I do know is that this shit tastes fucking delicious. It's groggin' time. So we went to Moonshine's place and did some fucking big grillin' and chillin'. You can see we were smart and left all of the drinks out in the sun, as you do. Give drinkies! I thought the best part of going to Moonman's house was as soon as we walked in, this was what was on the TV. I was like, it wouldn't be any other way. Moonman just watching fucking Kiba on the TV, dude. All the part-time super terrorists were in one room. That's massive moonshine. True. Massive moonshine. Back at the Conrad, we went up to the observation deck to hang out in the pool at night. And the view from the pool deck was just fucking magical, man. I was like, man, being up here in the pool, looking at these buildings, it almost makes you forget how shitty of a city Los Angeles is. I was like laying back in the pool, just like floating, looking at this, being like, damn, how cool would it be if we like witnessed a murder in one of these colorful rooms, and then we would all have to like get questioned by the police, and I would have to provide my cell phone footage. That'd be a lot of fun. I bet it would happen in like one of the darker colored rooms. And then this was the area that like the little YouTube creators thing was happening in. This is just like the poolside bar and I guess sit down area. It's very cute. It's very pretty. Look at all these YouTubers. I don't know what kind of like weird content creator thing they were doing, but it was funny that it was around the same time. And then the actual pool itself, brother, this pool was heated. So like the air above the pool was so much colder than being in the pool. So I was just like, let's keep nothing but my head above the water so I can stay warm and comfy the whole time. And I really like all these lights that are by these trees. They're like cute little rod lights, and they made things light up quite nicely. And you can't see it here, but on this crane, there's an American flag that was fluttering around. Very, very American. Wow, I went to a Fogo de Chao when I was in California, because I fucking love that restaurant. And every time I go somewhere else, I'm like, I have to go to their Fogo, see how they stack up. So far, Los Angeles is losing. All right, because their Fogo de Chao, they charge you per drink, whereas all the other Fogo de Chaos I've been to, you like buy your pineapple mint bullshit once, and you just get free refills on it. I didn't even get embarrassed by the waiter singing happy birthday to me. I just got a free dessert from Fogo de Chao for it being my birthday. I was like, I'm birthday Foxu, and they were like, here, have free dessert. And it was delicious. It was a delicious lava cake, and they put a tiny candle inside a strawberry. I went to another Italian restaurant. This one was called Monello. And I really wanted to go to one of the restaurants that did like the cheese wheel pastas. And this one had the cheese wheel pasta. I was very excited. Inside was really cool looking. Like they're like a little bar. I feel like for the price the restaurant was, the chairs should have been a bit more comfortable. It's a little weird that they had like, you know, high school auditorium chairs, I'm gonna be honest. I got a nice, I drank a fucking lot during this vacation. I drank so much grog. I drank so many fucking fruity tequila drinks. I got like frosted margaritas, man. Like I was drinking a lot. I'm a social drinker if I feel like I am in safe company. But I got this drink and I am retarded. So when I ordered it, I thought it said dessert bird. And dessert made sense because it had like 4 different fucking fruits in it. But as soon as I said dessert bird, the waiter was like, oh, a desert bird. And I was like, fuck. No. No, not like this. And then we had some meatball. The bread was very delicious. The meatballs were insane, brother. The meatballs were so good. I'll show you the process of making the pasta, but this was the final solution. And you can see some of the bread still left there. This is, oh god, what is it? It's like a creamy sauce with prosciutto and peas. And then they take the like little bit of creamy sauce and the prosciutto and the peas and they dump it in a giant Parmesan wheel. And then they fucking make it in the Parmesan. You can see I got extra chicken. I like my proteins when I eat. I like my proteins, and so I was like, look, I'm just gonna get a chicken breast and we can split it. We can both have extra chicken on our pastas. Because I think these ones my friend got were some sort of like sausage-filled gnocchi. Look, Calclo a pepe. Yeah, that! What he said. Casio a pepe. It sounds so fucking good. Why does it have to be peas? I love peas! This was so fucking fun, and I want to go to another one of these restaurants. I want to see more pasta wheels. It even has cook serve delicious music, chat. Oh, the music died. But just like, look at how ooey gooey cheesy that shit gets. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. You chose the wrong day to take off from eating. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. The pasta wheel is damn good. Yeah, it is. Look at that shit, man. Look at that shit. And I think the craziest thing is that when you have good pasta like this, like that doesn't look like a ton of pasta. It was so fucking filling. Like I took like at least half of this home. Lose the peas? Fuck you, buddy. I love peas. We went and got Italian dessert. We got some gelato at whatever the fuck this is. Papalecco. Papadilla. We went to the Papadilla place. We went to the Papadilla place and we got some gelato. And it was fucking delicious. It was fucking amazing. I didn't take any pictures of my gelato at this place because I was really excited to eat it and I just forgot to take pictures. But the street that it was on was really fucking cute. Like, look at these houses. These are like houses that I would have seen in fucking Friends or Charmed. Just like brightly colored cute little shits, you know? That's fucking cute. I like them. There was another building here that was really cute. Really cute building. I like this. And I like the fence with the flowers on it. It's really cute. Oh, there was some weird bar we stopped at that had ponies. We were out like in the middle of the desert. And I was like, that's kind of fucking cool to have like the statue of like horses and a cart that I would steal in Red Dead Redemption next to the American flag. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. The inside of this place was also pretty fucking cool because apparently they do like square dancing and shit. And so there's like a stage that you can go up on and you can dance if you wanna. I also found this really cute house. I hope these people didn't think I was some sort of federal agent just taking a picture of their house. But like they had a lot of whatever the fuck these little prongs are. Like they already looked like a federal agent's house, right? And then they had all of these fucking fluffy palm trees that just look like giant pineapples. I want these palm trees. And then their house was pineapple colored. So like, yeah, of course I took a picture of their fucking house, you pineapple freaks. I want to be you. I want pineapple palm trees with a pineapple house. Look at how nice this is. They're all like symmetrical shapes and they're all in rows. Oh, I know it wouldn't feel good to touch, but it makes me just want to like run between them and have my arms out to touch the tops of them on both sides. God, that's some nice fucking bush, man. Nice bush. Yeah. And then I took this picture because it looked really fucking cool. It looked real, like, doesn't this look fucking cool, man? Look at all the fluffy trees. They're so fluffy in comparison to all the other ones we've seen. These are the special, like, they make me think of the, is it Mardi Gras? The Brazilian thing where, like, the ladies have the fluffy headdresses and the fluffy tails? No, Mardi Gras is New Orleans. What's the Brazilian thing? What's the Brazilian thing? I always forget this name because I'm so bad at remembering things. Carnival! Thank you! Yeah, the Carnival ladies! They remind me of the big poofy tails that the Carnival ladies wear. I love Carnival! Let's see here. These are the last assorted pictures that are just completely out of order. No rhyme or reason. We saw a Hakos Bale Itasha. One day I'm gonna see an Itasha with myself on it, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. Watch out for the skinwalkers in the desert. Yeah, we got a Bay Itasha. There was also this Itasha. There was also this one. Tokai Teo. I have no idea who this woman is. It almost looks like Sora from HoloLive, but I don't think Sora has the little swoop in the hair. Hans? Tokai Teo? It's a Hans woman? From what? Is it an Uma Musume Hans woman? Oh, it is? Okay. Alright. I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is a fucking wild rap. This dude's car was like just completely engulfed in this woman, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. It's beautiful. He's even got like pictures inside the fucking text. He's crazy. Dude went hard as fuck for his waifu. Back in the Anime Expo Hall, apparently there was a Tenga set up. Apparently Tenga had a fucking booth. And if you wanted to, you could put your face through the tip of a Tenga. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I feel like that's a bad idea. Also, I went to California's capital, In-N-Fucking-Out. Dude, the lines at In-N-Out would make Chick-fil-A blush. I thought I had seen crazy fucking lines at Chick-fil-A, but then I saw the lines at fucking In-N-Out, and I was like, holy shit, brother. I do appreciate that it seems like they have a menu that hasn't changed since the 1950s. They've got burger, double burger, and then both of those options with cheese, and then they have shakes, and that's fucking it. And I'm like, I love that their menu is so small. I don't need to look up a menu and panic when I get in line. You missed that place? I ordered animal fries because I haven't had them in like over a decade. I think it was like 2013 the last time I was in fucking California. In-N-Out is pretty fucking good. In-N-Out burger, man. It's the nectar of the gods. It's so good. The secret menu is big. Yeah, you gotta get them animal fries, man. All right, okay. And this is the last pick-a-mature I have for all of you beautiful babies. This is another one off the top deck from the Intercontinental. And it's just a beautiful fucking view. It's a beautiful fucking view. When you're up this high and you're looking down over the city, it really does make you forget how much of a shithole it is. And you're like, yeah, this place is pretty okay. It's pretty alright.